Hey there guys, it's Arva here, bringing you the 17th episode of my F1 2012 career. Today we're at Valencia, European Grand Prix, and if you haven't seen the qualifying video, please go check that out. I'll pull an annotation up in the top right corner. Go check that out, it was quite a good qualifying episode, and I hope it made up for the kind of really short and choppy Canadian Grand Prix videos. It was quite hard to edit, the highlights. So here we're going to set the strategy guide, and I just want to say, if you're new to me and you haven't seen any of my content before, please go check out my previous content by clicking my name above the video. I do weekly F1 2012 career content just like this, quite a relaxed commentary over a race and full race highlights, not highlights actually, full race, apart from when it's like a really dull race like Canada was. So yeah, so we're going to set the fuel to normal, I'm going to say normal, and then lap 4 we're going to pit for the prime. Is going to go about 10 laps on the prime. It's going to be completely bare bone dry, so that's very good. I've been a bit fed up with wet weather currently, but obviously I'll be getting more of that in the British Grand Prix next race weekend. So here I'm on pole, and you would have known that if you watched the qualifying video. And a few people commenting that I should change to legendary. I'm considering it. At the moment I'm not too sure yet, because really I'm a bit worried at how much performance it's going to drop back by. So I'll pause for a minute. So we're off now, getting a bit bogged down here. Button's overtaking me on the left and Vettel's coming round, and Alonso has spun out randomly. What was that about? Alonso spun out. I think maybe in my turbulent air. I'm going to take Button here. No, Button's swooping round now. He's got me now, so Button's first now, I'm second. I'm going to slot behind him, and Vettel's right behind me, and then behind him is Hamilton. And Alonso there, that's the big story, that he spun out. My closest, I don't know, well, actually not my closest now, but was my closest for most of the season, has now spun out. My closest rival now, I think, is Mark Webber and Vettel, so basically both Red Bulls. So right now we're in second, we've lost first, so we're just catching up to Button now, just keeping with him. This first lap, don't want to make any mistakes really. Using about half the curves here now, getting a nice slipstream, but not really looking to overtake yet, don't have that much speed yet. So going back to my point while the start was happening, about the legendary thing, I think the jump is about 3.5 seconds. It's quite big, and at the moment in that qualifying video I was only about 6/10 ahead of Button, and yeah, if I make that jump, it's going to be 3.5 seconds roughly, or maybe 3 seconds. You know, more than it is now, so really I'm going to end up somewhere like 15th or something qualifying there, which is, it makes it more realistic, yes, but it just makes it a less entertaining video, because obviously there won't be as many like great scraps trying to get some points and some really good positions. Like, you know, I've had quite a few episodes where I was scrapping for 5th place and 4th place, and those are really good entertaining videos. People said they've really enjoyed them because of the great battles, but I don't think you'd get the same thing if I was down in the midfield, because it would literally be sort of me trying to catch up to the top 10 pack, which will just be stringing away, and I'm probably just going to have to end up defending the back runners. So at the moment I'm going to hold bay on professional. I definitely will, I can promise you I'll be changing to legendary as soon as we get onto season 2. Because obviously I'll be in a better car by then, hopefully. So I'll definitely be changing legendary then. I might consider changing to legendary later on in the season, depending on how the results go. But I really think Canada was literally like, you can basically tick that off as like a complete fluke, sort of kind of weird sort of glitch. I don't know what it really was, can't explain it. I don't want to talk about that anymore. And this race, I think qualifying pole, I really don't know, maybe I just hooked up the car amazingly, because I've never thought of Valencia as a very fast track for myself. I know definitely next episode it should return to normal. Normality shall be resumed, because Silverstone, I just don't go around that very fast. It's my home Grand Prix, I like the track, but I can't drive that fast. I can stay on the track and everything, keep it clean, but I just don't have any cornering speed or just overall general hooking up the 3 sectors. I don't hook them up very well. Don't know why. And knowing Silverstone is probably going to rain as well, and I've gotten fed up with wet weather right now. But you know, that's what Britain's like. Obviously, I live here, so it rains all the time basically. I'm British. I should probably get used to it, but getting sick of tired of racing on it. Really, it's getting quite annoying, because there's just that annoying stage where you kind of want to push, and you just can't, because the tyres won't let you, the rain won't let you, You know, I kind of like these conditions where it's dry and you can kind of just push for it and kind of try and overtake someone. But here we're kind of dropping back a bit from Button. We got DRS enabled obviously now because it's been 2 laps, but we are falling back from Button. So just trying to keep the pace here really. I'm pitting on lap 4, so no need to really overtake Button just yet really. I'm just playing the waiting game because obviously I'm going to undercut him, so I'll have a chance to overtake him, you know, while he's in the pits hopefully. So yeah, so that's the plan. We're gonna then go on 10 laps on the primes. I think we've got a good pace. I've put the fuel to normal, so we might have to save fuel a bit in the middle, so that might, you know, compromise us. We might have to defend a bit from whoever's behind us at that point, but shouldn't be a problem. Just going through now, and yeah, just going after Button. We didn't get DRS obviously, so we weren't within a second, so we really need to pick up the tiny bit of pace. I think on lap 4 I'll blitz it, sort of. I'll kind of put on mix 3, kind of go for a fast in lap obviously, because that's what all the pundits say. You know, they need to get a fast in lap, fast out lap, and then that's how you gain some advantage. So that's what I shall do. So coming up to this braking zone, this is where I gain a lot of time here, massively, and Button's name tag's popped up. We're about 8 tenths behind him now, so we will have DRS available the next lap. Let's come through these swooping sections. Very easy to get this wide right here and go on the rumble strip and the runoff area, and you can lose a bit of time there. And this next corner is actually also tricky. I found it quite hard towards the end of the race. I was locking up just like that, as I said it, just locking up like that, but it was costing me quite a lot. So I was finding myself changing the brake bias to rear towards the end of the race. So yeah, a little reminder that we're pit stopping right now on this lap, so going to try and go a bit faster on this lap. Button set the fastest lap so far, 146.142. He's put on mix 3 I think, so he's trying to lose us, but we're going to keep with him. And ooh crap, nearly lost it there. I had to really correct for it. You could see my steering wheel going left and right. So Button's set the fastest lap time. Obviously he's trying to break out that DRS zone, and he might actually do it. It's 1.4. Let's see, come on. Can we get in the DRS zone, into this braking zone now. Coming around this sharp hairpin sort of corner. Half the curves. Let's see, do we have DRS? No, we don't. So he's got to have the DRS zone, so that's crucial really. So I'm gonna have to really hope I can do something well on the primes at the beginning of the stint, because we're not really near Button now. In terms of overtaking him in the undercut is gonna, you know, be quite close. It's not gonna be a massive difference. It's gonna be quite close. So let's see if we can get any closer to him before I pit. But at the moment I'm gonna have to maybe go a bit faster than I would have liked to at the beginning of the primes when the tyres are cold. It's braking hard now. Oh, actually we're getting so much now. He's only 3 tenths ahead of us. Go on, can we overtake him before the pit stop maybe? Going through, oh god, I lost a lot of grip in that turbulent air. That was quite weird. I've never experienced that actual grip loss in the turbulent air or any of these AI cars, but I just felt a sudden loss of grip there. Locking up majorly on the right, but we're going to the pits, it doesn't matter. And oh crap, lost it while we're going to the pits, but it auto-corrects me. Oh, imagine if someone, if in real life you're going to the pits, like someone like, I don't know, it would have to be someone like Karthikeyan, just someone absolutely crap, just trying to go into the pits and spinning 360 into the pits. Actually, that did happen in Canadian Grand Prix in 2011. I think it was Marussia, if you remember. It was really, really wet, and as it was going into the pit stop, it spun 360 into like some equipment, and then they just wheeled it back into the garage. Or it might have been, I think they wheeled it back for a pit stop, but whatever it was quite funny because he just spanned 360. So our teammate, Ricciardo, is right behind us. Strange name, Ricciardo, whatever. So he's right behind us, so I'm a bit disappointed. Last race in Canada, I think Ricciardo went well, and before that, which was... Oh yeah, I can't really remember which race was it. Monaco, I think it was. Yeah, Monaco. Ricciardo was in the points, I think, as well. So I thought it was a sign of maybe my car being developed a lot. But right here, as you can see, Ricciardo's 17th, not doing a very good job, obviously. Right now I'm on the primes, but I do have more pace than these guys. Senna and I think that's I think that's Hulkenberg there. Let's generally have a lot more pace than them. And I think this is sort of how career mode's supposed to go, really. You're going to start off sort of kind of feathering your way around and, you know, trying to get the odd point. And then I think sort of about 3/4 of the way, or halfway in my case, you sort of get to that point where you break the barrier of your performance over the AI performance. That's what's happening right now. It's just gauging when I need to cross over to the next barrier. Because ideally, I'll want to cross over and go back to fighting for like 8th place. But at the moment, I'm being serious. At the moment, I just don't think it's viable. Because at the moment, I think if we change to legendary, I'll be fighting for like 14th in qualifying and maybe trying to defend, like, I don't know. I'll be defending the whole time basically because the AI will be so much faster. So I'll just be leading a train. So, but in time, be patient, guys. In time, I will change to legendary, I promise. But right now, I just don't feel the need to, and I just feel it makes a more entertaining video if I'm, fighting for some real points. So we're coming up to Senna now in 15th. We're trying to overtake him before. Going to duck down the inside. Yep, we do. Sharp turn. Now half the curves, deploying it, and we've made that pass done. Hulkenberg's in front of us now. DRS open now. Yes, first time we got it available. And the tyres are now warm enough, nice and hot. Lap 6, probably everyone's going to start pitting, so I might have to, that DRS might help me a bit to overtake Button. So now there's a train in front of me of Hulkenberg. I've got so much more grip than him at this stage. He's probably going to pit this lap. So I've overtaken Hulkenberg around the outside of that corner. Very strange place to overtake, but I have. Bit of curves, and Massa is now ahead of me. Typical Massa outside the points, saying that he has been on the podium in the Japanese Grand Prix, but generally his performance has been outside the points. But yeah, I'm happy that he performed well. Even though he was really shit at the beginning of the season. I don't know. I think got to cut him some slack because before he was a great driver. I think that accident really messed him up. So Massa's not going to pit yet. I'm going straight. I got marbles on my tyres, but I'm going to overtake all these guys in the pits. Coming out now, we're 8th, and who's this coming down the pits? Is that Button? I think it's Button. Crap, so we haven't got the undercut. The undercut has not worked. There's Button. Massa is overtaking Button, and I locked up there, and I'm going to try and overtake Button now around the outside. Ducking down. Braking hard, going to leave him. I have to leave him some room. Can't squeeze him out. So Massa is overtaking Button. I should have really pushed and tried to overtake Massa myself, and it would have been a much easier task. We're getting on Button, slipstreaming him now. Down the inside, braking hard. Oh god, just leaving him enough room. Don't want to touch his sideboard and risk spinning him out. Braking down the inside now. Not going to work again. Again, not working. Half the curves. We should have DRS, but we're already catching a toe. Now DRS open. Toe's going to work even better. DRS open, wide open, and we're overtaking him. And that's a pretty easy pass done. And one that I feel was very necessary. And now we've, even though it says P7, we are technically in P1 if you calculate all the pit stops out of the way. So we're P1 right now in relative to where we'll be once everyone pit stops. So that's a good pass. And wait, Hulkenberg's behind me now. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So wait, so Button got overtaken by Hulkenberg. I don't believe that. How does that happen? Idiot. How does that happen? I overtake him, and he's in the McLaren. I overtake him, but how does Hulkenberg overtake him when I overtook Hulkenberg as well? And he was streaking away from me in the first stint. How does that work? Unless he made a mistake. Or actually, I might have slightly pushed him out of the way. I don't know. But everyone's pitting now, so he should come out P1. It should say now. Yep, P1. And who's this? Hamilton. So let's look at this on the mini map. Hamilton is, yep, Hamilton's going to get ahead of Button now. So really, Button has had a really good pit stop procedure there. He's been overtaken by me after one lap, and then also Hamilton in the pit stops. Hamilton obviously leading the championship right now in my career mode. He's been utterly dominant. He's won like 4 races, I think it was. And currently, I'll be on for a second win, hopefully. It's coming through now. Lap 8. So about, what's that, six laps to go. Couldn't do basic maths there for a second. So, but yeah, 6 laps to go. And now Button's overtaken Hamilton, probably by DRS, so that's nice to see. The AI obviously overtaking each other. Nice to see some aggression, some actual change in the results. And I really don't know where Vettel went, because Vettel was in front of Hamilton before the pit stops. So obviously something's happened to Vettel. He might have, I don't know, he might have crashed. And if so, lol at him. Even though I think Vettel's a good guy, he after that 2011. I just think he's won too much. Even now, like, just the way this Korean Grand Prix is going, I tweeted out that I have a feeling that he's going to win it, he's going to take it. Even though I'd love Alonso to win, because I think he's deserved it more. He's been a really consistent driver, but Vettel, it just looks all set up for him to win, really, a third time. And I know that's all great, and you know he's you know, heralded as maybe like the mini Schumacher or something like that, but really, like in this like day and age where there's so much changeability, how can one man have that much consistency? You know, I must applaud him really in this season. He's so changeable, and yet it's turned out that Vettel might win again, which is just crazy, 3 times in a row. But hopefully, I'm riding on the fact that next year in McLaren, Button and Perez, I'm hoping that's going to be a strong partnership. I'm hoping the car will be all set up for Button, a platform or a plinth for him to really go out and try and win some races and win the championship. I really think he'll be a championship contender. Obviously you can tell that I'm a Button fan. I won't really, on the issue of Hamilton, I won't really be supporting Hamilton. I'm more of a sort of, whatever team Jenson Button goes to, I'll support that team. So, you know, and their second driver, but at the same time also I like to support McLaren because they're the British team. You know, you gotta support the Brits. But yeah, I don't feel like supporting Hamilton after he's gone away from McLaren. Not because, you know, I'm like, oh god, bastard, why did he leave McLaren? Because I never really amazingly liked Lewis Hamilton in the first place. I don't really know why. Many reasons, just for stuff he's done in the past. I know you can't really always, you know, have the opinion on the past, but it's there, you know. So here, as I was talking about at the beginning of the video, changing the brake bias to rear just helped me. Didn't really help too much. I was still locking up massively, so I don't really know why I did that. Just didn't really help actually. So going back to my point, and on the point of Di Resta, yeah, I like Di Resta a lot. He looks like he's a humble guy in Force India. I don't support him like majorly. I mean, like, you know, if he gets a good result, yeah, I kind of like, yeah, well done for you and stuff like that. So really, I guess it'll be the same with Hamilton. Obviously, you know, it's going to be good if you know, the Brits are doing well, but obviously I'm going to support McLaren. That's a British team, and obviously it just works out that my favourite driver's in that British team, so it's all fitting perfectly. And I do like Sergio Perez as a driver. I think he's going to be a very good driver. And if McLaren can, as Martin Whitmarsh said, polish him the right way, bit of a weird kind of it puts that image of like a shoe and polishing it, and it kind of like, if you like in like rivers when it erodes the banks like that, and just kind of like chiseling off those rough edges. Really, I think Perez does have a few rough edges. Sometimes he can be a bit clumsy when he chooses the wrong decision, and yeah, just a few moments like that really. That's the stuff you need to iron out, and you need to polish up the stuff about qualifying in the race. Obviously it's brilliant that he's such a great tyre manager. I think it was Japanese Grand Prix, when BBC coverage wasn't available, so I had to watch Sky. Martin Brundle's, I think it was Martin Brundle, or it might have been Anthony Davidson, said something about McLaren saving a lot of money, maybe, because they don't have to, like, you know, they won't be using a lot of Pirelli tyres, because Button and Perez are known for keeping their tyres very well, and you know, not wearing them out. So yeah, I think Perez has made the same joke himself. I think in the Canadian Grand Prix, he was talking to Martin, and he made the joke that Martin asked him, why do you, you know, why are you so great at tyre managing, and why do you do this? And Perez just joked, oh, it's because Sauber want to spend less money, you know. They don't want to have to use as many tyres, so that's the sort of brief he gets at every single race, which is quite hilarious. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good fit to McLaren. And I think, really, McLaren will do Perez a lot of good. And as for Red Bull, obviously the same lineup, and Ferrari is looking at the same lineup. And it's going to be a really interesting championship, because no rule changes for next year, really. So, Martin Whitmarsh just said it's going to be evolution. Oh, crap! And as I'm talking, what the hell happened there? Button has overtaken us for some reason. I'm going to pause on what I was talking about, because I need to commentate over this race. Button has just taken us randomly. I don't know how the hell that happened. I think Button and Hamilton were about like 3 seconds behind me or something, and suddenly they just caught up. I've not got the best speed here, but I'm going to use all my curves. Not all the curves, but a bit of it. I'm trying to take Button back again. Need to get this first place back. I've just been caught napping, really. Braking hard now. I was caught napping not just only on the driving, but commentating. I just kept on talking, didn't realise what was going on. So Button's overtaken us, so we're going to have to try and overtake him, maybe in the next DRS zone. And Hamilton is right behind us. Changing the brake bias to rear again, not really helping me too much. I don't know why the hell I'm doing that. Again, locking up, not really helping me at all. Bit stupid of me. Changing it back. So quickly, while I have a moment, I'm just changing mix 3, but quickly getting back to my point. So yeah, Martin has said that it's the McLaren car next year is going to be an evolution of the next car, and I really think that's going to be the case for every single car. Really, it's going to be an evolution. Apart from Ferrari, I think Ferrari might do some radical changes and try and get a good foundation, because the foundation was completely rubbish in the season. So apart from Ferrari, I think everyone's going to have an evolution of this year's car, because the rules haven't changed. So really, that's the end of my point. End of my waffling talk to keep you entertained while the race goes on. And we're going to get back to the race now, because something interesting has happened. Button's overtaken us, but we're in the DRS zone. We're going to deploy half the curves here now. We will have DRS. Opening it now, wide open. We're going to try and gain some time on him. In the braking zone, obviously, we'll gain a lot of time. And we're getting to him already. Slipstreaming him now, toe. And now braking hard, ducking down the inside. Giving him room though. Going around the outside now. Still giving him room, he's still there. But no, we've got a lot more grip there on the inside. And we've taken him. We've taken first back. That's how you do it, lack of boss. We've taken first back. And there you go, some clean, lovely racing there. That's what you want to see. And we're gone 2 tenths faster in that second sector. But I'm going to have to change back to mix 2, because we need to save fuel. So I'm on the normal strategy, so I don't want to have a situation like Monaco where I had to defend from Vettel. And obviously this is not Monaco, clearly, so I won't be able to defend Button that much as I did in Monaco, so I want to make sure that I have enough fuel. Come to the hairpin, proximity arrow solid white, so Button is very much still behind us. And coming up to lap 13 now, the second last lap. And up to the first corner, and Hamilton and Button are right behind me. They're battling it out, locking up there, and it looks like is Hamilton still there? The mini app, someone else has joined the train. Really, I think that fourth person. Yeah. There's one guy behind me on the mini map, so there's a train of 4 sort of. I don't know who that fourth person is. Might be Webber, maybe. Might be Vettel, but I don't really know what happened to Vettel, so it might be Vettel. Vettel was ahead of Hamilton at the beginning of the race, so I don't really know what happened there. So coming up now, half the curves, Button will have DRS. Everyone will have DRS on this straight, looks like. Look by the judges of the mini-map. And he's right there, proximity arrow, solid white. He's right there, he's on my right, and Hamilton's behind me as well. I'm going to brake now, coming through. Ooh, lock up. I'm going to have to really sharp right now. And now swooping left, and Button and Hamilton were both trying to overtake me there. Quite a strange sort of Hamilton behind me, and then Button on the right. They were sort of boxing me in on the left side. Like McLaren gang up. So Button is about 1 second behind me now. Lap 13. Coming up to the last lap of the Grand Prix. It's been a pretty good race. Not many scraps, but it has been a good controlled race. and I hope I kept you entertained with my commentary about random stuff about the real F1. And, whoa, crap, 2 proximity errors there. I've gone wide onto the marbles. And who's there? And Hamilton is overtaking Button there. That is, well, not very crucial for the championship. I was about to say crucial, but really Hamilton's kind of streaking away with it. That's crucial for Button, because in my career mode, Button's about 6th or something. So Hamilton's taken Button there. Sort of because of my fault, because I brake late, but I don't really care. I've got first. It's going through the last lap here now. Just nursing the car home. I got it on rich fuel mix, so I should probably change back to mix 2 right now, because it said optimal fuel levels. So just in case. Just coming through now to the DRS zone. Obviously Hamilton will have DRS behind me. Using half the curves, I should easily be able to defend him. I did on the last lap, so I'll just do the same. I'm going to let him go on the right. He can go on the right as much as he wants. He's in the braking zone. He's right up beside me. He's ahead of me now, but in the braking zone I just have so much more grip. But I've gone wide. But no, we cut right, and Hamilton couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't overtake me. And that's Button trying to overtake Hamilton now. Hamilton just couldn't do anything in that sector. That sector, obviously the place where he crashed with Maldonado. Couldn't do anything about me. I was on the inside. I had the line. So coming through now to this last sector. Left and through this nice kink. 2 apex kink on the right. Come through now in first place at the European Grand Prix at the Valencia circuit in Spain. Come through now. They're still trying to overtake me, but it's useless. Cursing it, and I've got first here. Hamilton's come second, Button's come third. And there you have it, guys. Our third win. Not third win, second win. What am I talking about? Completely useless. Our second win. Why did I think it was our third win? Our second win of the career. I'm first. There you go. Hamilton's only 5/10 behind me, and that's why I'm saying it's not the right move to go to get legendary just yet. Maybe towards the end, maybe the last 5 races or something. But there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Hope I kept you entertained. Parts of it were a bit bland, but I try to keep you entertained with my commentary. And there you have it. And the Drivers' Championship is looking very interesting. I'm second now. And I'm looking about 20 points ahead of Mark Webber. Sebastian Vettel gained no points. Mark Webber is the same as Vettel, and Vettel has kept the same number of points. And that's because Vettel came 18th. Wow, 2 races in a row where Vettel's come 18th or 19th. Very interesting there. And constructors-wise, Toro Rosso's third still, but just a bigger gap to Ferrari. Actually, I think we overtook Ferrari. So that's very good. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I enjoyed commentating over it. A lot of interesting stuff I talked about there. Hope you enjoyed it, and please share it with your friends on your social network sites. Actually, I'll put my Twitter up in the description. Follow me on Twitter so you'll know when I upload videos, and in case there's a problem with some videos. And I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Please share it, obviously, and like it if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time for the British Grand Prix. And enjoy the rest of your day.